I want you to understand what I'm speaking about. And I want you to understand in a deep, deep way. They lie to you. They love lying to you. They don't feel bad about lying to you. They love feeding you lies. They love feeding you lies. I'm going to keep repeating it so it gets through. They love feeding you lies. They love lying to you. They say we're all equal. We're not equal. It's a lie. Equality's false. It's a deception. It's a program. Propaganda. They're trying to propagandize you. We're not equal. We're not equal. I'll say it again. We're not equal. Here's a castle in Germany. I have difficulty pronouncing the name of this castle. Neuschwanstein Castle. That's my best attempt. It's in Germany, in Bavaria. (1800s). This is what was being built. And long before then, there's many other castles in Germany. There's many castles in Great Britain and in Europe, the rest of Europe. We are builders of castles. We are builders of civilization. We created modern civilization. White people, European stock. I want you to realize what they were building in the 1800s in Africa. It is magnificent, I agree. In the winter time, it's magnificent in the winter and in the summer and in the spring and the fall. It's glorious is what it is. It's glorious. The glory of what we build. Glorious. Compare this to African culture. They say we have no culture. Building castles is part of our culture. We are castle builders. We are builders. That's part of our heritage and culture. That's in our genetics. Not just physically. It's in our biogenetics, in our spirit. It's part of the European spirit right there on the screen. I want you to understand these things. I'm trying to reach you in a spiritual way that other channels do not do. They never go into this. They don't even know about this to speak about it. Or they're anti-white. They're lefties. They hate white people. A lot of the YouTube channels that people watch and defend are anti-white. Look at this castle in Germany. Look at this. It's stunning. It's magnificent. It's amazing. If you went there in person, you'd be in awe. Breathtaking beauty is what we do. It's what we do as Europeans. It's something we do. Whether it's castles or cathedrals or capitol buildings and parliament buildings and monuments. Look at our cities. Look at Europe. People travel all over the realm just to stand and look at our architecture. This is a spiritual message. This is part of us. What you see on the screen, whether you helped put a single brick there or not, whether your ancestors, direct ancestors did, this is part of you. I'm telling you something here. I'm teaching you something. To all the Europeans listening and watching, this is part of you. This is part of who we are. And I am very passionate about this because they've lied to you. They've lied to your children. They've lied to your grandchildren. From Australia to Canada to America to the UK to Sweden, to France, to Germany. They've said, we have no culture. They lied to you. They're lying to your children. They're lying to your grandchildren. These demons are lying. You look at the screen, this beautiful castle. This is part of who we are. This is part of you. This is part of your heritage. This is part of your European spirit. All right? Whether you're German, whether you're British, whether you're French, whether you're Polish, whether you're from one of the Slavic countries or the other Germanic countries, they're Germanic tribes, the Nordic countries, Sweden, Norway. These are all part of the Germanic tribes. It's not just Germany. Germany was a country that became united, but before then it was a whole bunch of places that united to become Germany. It was a whole bunch of kingdoms and tribes. Kingdoms! Kingdoms! Okay? I want this to sink in with people. So the liars will say, we was kings, the blacks in America. They're not kings. They were tribal fools in mud huts, attacking each other, savages. They weren't kings. They weren't kings and queens. What was Germany? Made up of kingdoms. Made up of kingdoms. So was the rest of Europe. And in Ireland, there were chieftains and there were tribes. We come from warriors. They've lied to you and said we have no culture. They've lied to you. Our culture far surpasses any fucking dung heap hut in Africa that they hype up to you. When I trace my ancestry, including the English, I have a lot of Irish blood in me and Viking, but I also have some English on my mother's side of the family and Irish on her side, but English and some Germanic as well, blood. And I trace the ancestry. I have crusaders as ancestors. Generations worth. 3 generations, hundreds of years ago. Crusaders. Knights. Okay? I come from knights. That's in my blood. Warriors that would fight for something that they felt was right. The right thing to do. To stand up and fight for. Men of guts and courage and honor. The stuff that a lot of people today say is toxic masculinity, and they put it down and they don't like it. And it built the civilization that you should be thankful for today. The grit, the blood, the guts, testosterone, the manliness, the courage, the strength, the willingness to get one's hands dirty and to get one's hands bloody if necessary with a sword. That's what stock I come from. That's part of it. But there's also something called the spirit. I don't give in to liars. I don't let them warp things and talk over me and just keep interrupting and trying to say that I oppress them, that I'm to blame for their failings, their failures, and their laziness and their weakness, being told by creatures that live with mommy and they don't have a job that it's my fault that their country sucks and that their life sucks. Fuck you, is my response to them. If you're tuned in right now, fuck you, Benedict. You were given many chances. All you could do was deflect and make excuses and blame and blame and blame and blame and blame and blame and fuck you. My response to you. We're not equal. I'm going to put up another castle on the screen for you. I want this to hit you deeply. I want you to understand that they're trying to claim that we're equal, that they're equal to us. Well, where's the fucking equality? It sure doesn't look equal to me. What we've built, what we've achieved, what we've invented, what we've designed. It's been almost everything. And then they'll just say, like that creature, that cockroach, oh, well, who says we want to build skyscrapers? Who says that we want to do what you did? Just don't complain then. Live in your fucking mud huts. Live in your mud huts. And get your spears and chuck them. And burn your fucking animal dung to heat your mud huts. Live off the stinky fumes. You start looking into the many castles, and just in Germany, there's lists of 10 best castles, and it's just remarkable. Beautiful, breathtaking, amazing, gorgeous. That's what we do. That's what I want people to understand. By we, I'm speaking about Europeans. It's what we do. Am I speaking just about castles? No, I'm speaking about beauty, building and beauty, paintings. Who is doing paintings? Real European fine art paintings, drawings. What about literature? We've given this realm art and culture. From music, classical music, to ballet, to real oil paintings, drawings, museums, art galleries. These are things created by Europeans and made popular by European countries over the centuries. You're not going to go back 300 years in Africa or 200 years and see art museums. You'll see mud huts. Let's get real here. And this is what something that some people have difficulty coming to terms with. It makes them uncomfortable. And they want to go back to, well, aren't we all equal? No such thing as equality. That's just programming. That's all it is. You're falling for the fucking programming. I don't want you to fall for the programming. I want you to break free from that shit and start being honest with yourself first and foremost, and be honest with your people, and stop trying to lie to me and make excuses for cultures that are inferior, countries, cultures, etc. They can't do this in Africa. We were doing this centuries ago. Another beautiful castle. Take a look. We built wonders of the world while they were building mud huts, and they're still building mud huts and shanty towns and shacks made of scrap fucking metal in Liberia and the Congo and South Africa, shanty towns in Zimbabwe. Figure it out. We're not equal. I don't care if the truth hurts you either. I don't care if it stings you. I don't care if it stings your ego like a bee sting or a wasp sting. Good. You need that. You need to be provoked to open your fucking eyes. and start facing things. I'm tired of people lying in this realm. You look at this on the screen, these houses, these buildings and shops and that castle and that scenery and the way they built that high up on that hill that looks almost like a cliff. It's way up. And you show me what they've done in sub-Saharan Africa, in the Congo, Liberia, Zimbabwe, South Africa. Show me. In Somalia. What have they done? You go right ahead. Because I'm tired of people saying we're equal. Doesn't make any sense. It's a lie. And I'm going to call it a lie. I'm going to call it what it is. We're not equal. Equality itself is a lie, except perhaps in mathematics, where you can say 2 plus 2 equals with an equal sign 4. Great. Mathematically, 2 and 2 equals 4. It's equal. Great. A $1 bill is equal to 4 quarters. Yeah. Are people the same, though, as math? No. No. Are countries the same as math? Are countries equal? No. Are all cultures equal? No. Are all people equal? No. Is every person just as good as someone else? No. Are some violent, murderous rapists? Yes, they are. Scumbags. Do some abuse children? Yes. Are they equal to me? No, they're not. No. Are all spirits equal? No. They're not. So where does equality apply? In math. I'll grant you that. It's math that makes sense. An equal sign for an equation, a mathematical equation, or maths with an S on the end, as the Brits say. In maths, an equal sign makes sense. You can say this is equal to this and put an equal sign. Great. Anywhere else in the realm? Not really. Math is the exception. Mathematics. Equations. Other than that, where's the equality? It's just another program. It's a way of fucking program. It's mind control. It's programming your mind to make you believe that you're equal or that someone else is equal, that's an absolute violent fucking savage that will come up behind you on a subway or a train and put a knife in your neck, and they'll say they're equal to you. Well, how are they equal? Well, they look brutal. They look like savages. They look violent because they are. Is that equal to you? No. I would say no. It's not equal to me. Not equal to you. That's what I'm trying to get through to you. Equality is a mind control program in this realm, used by governments and media and the entities that run this realm to fuck your mind, to feed you something false that's observably false. Now, what's more dangerous? A black neighborhood at night that's 95 or 98% black populated in a city. Pick any city in USA, any American city that's mostly black, that's dominated by blacks, or a section of the city that's the black part of the town, black part of the city. At night, which is more dangerous? And pick any white neighborhood that's predominantly white, let's say 95% white neighborhood, and then pick any neighborhood that's almost all black in the city. What's more dangerous? Everybody knows. And I know that the liars that lie about it on here would not prove it in real life. They wouldn't walk through the black neighborhood at night at 1 a.m. yelling, "Here I am," and saying, "Well, I'm safe, and do the social experiment. I know you wouldn't do it. You're liars and cowards. And the internet's full of liars and cowards. One neighborhood is safe. One you're going to have no problem, unless somebody stops you, neighborhood watch, or a cop and says, "You're kind of suspicious. Do you live here?" That's about it. That might happen. Now, what are the chances of that? It might be 1 out of 100. It might be a 1% chance that somebody even says anything to you walking through there. But if you're a white person walking through a white neighborhood, late at night, chances are nobody's going to bother you. Or they might look out for their neighbors, because white people tend to do that. They tend to look out, like if somebody is prowling around, they might be like, yeah, what are you doing? You don't live there, and ask. And I think that's perfectly reasonable. White people tend to be reasonable and caring for their next door neighbor or their neighbor across the street. I would be.